The many voices of Bonnie the Bunny inside of my head. That sounds concerning, but it's not what you think. Out of all of the ideas I've had for videos since I last uploaded to YouTube, about 3 years ago, I was least expecting this one to come out first. Mainly because I just had the idea earlier today, and it's entirely out of nowhere. So voice acting in Five Nights at Freddy's has always been a bit strange, right? Some characters have voices while many others don't, but I'd say there was good reason for that. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica from the original game have never been given proper voices. Unless you count Freddy's AR voice, like what's it called? Special Delivery? It's a good voice for the game, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we're supposed to interpret that as what he'd sound like in his normal context, but that's just me. Anyway, about 6 years ago, around the time that Scott and Steel Wool were working on FNAF VR Help Wanted, Scott said that he was trying to find the right voices for the originals to be part of a Showtime performance, but also said that the music and voices they ended up with weren't quite right, which led to it going unused and unheard until people found it in the files of the game. And as cool as the performance audio was to hear, Scott clearly wasn't happy with the voices, so much so that they weren't included in the experience. Basically all I'm saying is, they do not count to me as their official voices. So the question that I and a bunch of others have is just, what would they sound like? So when I say the voices that he has in my head, I really just mean all of the voices that I thought could have fit him at some point or another. All I'm gonna do here is just go through all of those voices and then explain which voice I think he should actually have. So number 1, the voice I use when I'm off to myself imagining what he would sound like. It's literally just me. I don't think this is a big surprise because what other voice would I use? I only have my own. And it usually goes like this, pretty regular. "Denada, my old friend. It's good to see you again." Hey, but that's about it. And number 2, "Feels Like I Just Can't Take No More" by April is in Paris, from Grand Theft Auto 3, sung by Paul Mackey. It's no secret that I like Grand Theft Auto's music, so you should have seen this coming, face or not. I really couldn't tell you why, but when I was a bit younger, I often found myself feeling that a singing style like the one in this song could fit Bonnie. For reference on just how much I felt that way, the first animation I ever made in Source Filmmaker is literally just that. Not kidding. Here it is. And that's where it stops. Mainly because of Source Filmmaker's 60-second audio clip limitation, but also because that's where I stopped animating it. Wow, number 3. My Tiny World by Testing from GTA 2. Yes, another Grand Theft Auto song. Produced by the same 2 people that produced Feels Like I Just Can't Take No More, but this time sung by Defaults. The main difference here being that this song is sung by a different person. While I've been able to picture Bonnie having a singing voice like this as well, I feel like it would fit a cartoon character version of Bonnie more so than it would fit the actual Bonnie animatronic. Essentially, if there was an animation that portrayed him as a regular cartoon character as opposed to a life-sized animatronic rabbit, I could see a singing style like this fitting him. Number 4, Withered Bonnie's voice, but without the distortion effect. Yeah, Withered Bonnie has had a voice since Ultimate Custom Night in 2018. He was voiced by Hans Yunda and had a heavily distorted sound, likely because of his damaged condition. As far as I know, Bonnie in the original Five Nights at Freddy's is a repaired version of Withered Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, or at very least derivative. So I think it's reasonable to assume that he'd sound the same, aside from the distortion from when he was damaged. And out of all of these voices, the one I think he should be given officially, the voice that I think is his, and the voice that I think he should have, is number 4. Withered Bonnie's voice but undistorted. It's basically the same character in a different state. So, it just feels natural to me. The previous interpretations are all just for fun. But when I look at the greater picture, I want his voice to both make sense and be consistent. And him having the same voice and voice actor as his withered counterpart just makes sense to me. And I really like the voice that Hans gave Bonnie, and I feel like it adds a specific character to his lines that many of the other characters don't have. So I'm definitely biased because Bonnie has and always will be my favorite character in the franchise. Like, I remember being absolutely joyous when Withered Bonnie was first given a voice in Ultimate Custom. So yeah, this is a really weird video, and I recognize that. I don't even know why I made it. I just hope that if Scott ever does decide to give Bonnie a proper voice, that it's a good one, you know? And I guess that's really all I have to say. There will come a day when we cannot stay, we have to leave that day. I know the place will go. It will be our home. Come together and do what we can. We must come together and do what we can. We must come together and do what we can. We must